somebody give me the extreme cliff notes?
I will. I haven't read it either, but this is all cultural osmosis and
I
shit
read
I made
it and
up.
I watched the movie.
Okay, here it is. There it is. Okay.
I'll come back to you in
It's
a
the
minute.
future, and everybody plays video games all the time. But in that video game, there are better video games, and you should play those instead. There we go. That's it. That's the whole
Holy shit.
Um,
All right.
100%
that
accuracy.
to walk
100%
on.
accuracy.
I can like try to explain it. Like, okay, like the world is dystopian, like, you know, like everything has genuinely gone to shit, and like
Yeah. Sorry.
like the main character lives in like a trailer home, except like all the RVs are stacked on top of each other. It's so bad.
Okay.
He lives on the lower floor of a trailer house.
Okay.
And like the Oasis, I'm no fucking duh, it's called the Oasis. Might as well be. It's just like an escape from the shitty dystopian world.
Okay, that tracks.
And like the creator of it, he dies. Like, but he like lived in the 80s, so it's like, whoa, so retro.
Okay,
Well,
so
he recently dies. It's like 2037 or something, and it's
Okay.
like he's like, I don't have any heirs, but I'm going to create this. I guess this game to find these clues that lead to keys that lead to gates, and whoever gets all of them is like gets control of the Oasis.
Okay.
And it's like it's like 5 years and nobody can find anything. And like in the movie is different from the book, like very glaringly.
That's the thing that happens all the time.
As is good and proper.
Because like in the book, it's just like a journal of his life and stuff. But in the movie, he has he has some sort of like virtual gallery thing that like has his entire life, like a fucking movie or something.
I mean, legitimately, it does. I'm not saying it's an improvement over the book, but it's something that you sort of have to do to be a movie. Like, they couldn't just have the characters sitting there reading a journal for an hour. They had to make it more
that's fair.
Also, could someone go
But I
to
will
the
say-
stream and
The
see if they
first-
see stuff?
Yeah, you've been up since we've been talking about.
All right, excellent.
What you thought.
I'm glad
So
to
it's
have
not like-
immortalized this
And
conversation.
I'll say, Chromes, you're giving the like actual plot synopsis. But I was just going to say, for a really
Yeah,
quick
I enjoyed it.
synopsis, basically what it is there's every book and movie out there where, like, usually starring Adam Sandler for a time, where there's like one dude who finds out he's miraculously good at football or golf or whatever, and this one skill helps them
Gilmore.
essentially save the world. It's
So-
that, but
Right.
80s college.
Okay.
Like, imagine if being able to beat or find the Easter egg in Adventure allows you to own the internet.
Yeah.
Basically.
And basically it in a nutshell.
I have two relevant but unrelated questions for you, Chromes. One, have you ever heard of Cliff's Notes?
Yes, but I'm bad at summarizing.
No,
I've never
No,
done it.
that's fine. It was just something that occurred to me while you were explaining it, and I was like, oh, maybe this is a term that they don't know. Because I was at a work dinner last night, and
I've been on the website. I guess it was used as a term of phrase at some point, but I don't remember where I heard it.
Cliff Notes were study guides for students during my era of high school, and it was very, very, very common practice for students to just read the Cliff Notes instead of actually reading the fucking book.
And also, to be clear, they were literal books. Like, you went to a bookstore and bought them.
Yeah.
Physical pages.
There was a full section of them. They were all yellow and black, and, like, they were probably accounting for, like, half of what teenagers bought at a bookstore at that time.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask that to put you on the spot. It was a legitimate question because, like I said, I made the reference and then wasn't sure if it was something. Like I said, I say that because I was at a work dinner last night and someone sitting across from me is an intern. And I had to ask if they were old enough to drink. Because I honestly have no idea how old some people are. And that triggered an entire conversation at the table. So the next question I asked came up during that conversation. Chromes, have you ever seen Titanic?
No.
Don't feel bad, I
Okay.
haven't seen it either.
But
If I
I fell
have,
asleep during it.
oh wait. I've seen it on TV, but I never watched it the whole way through. Like, I remember the ending where the old lady, like, drops her necklace into the sea, but that's literally all I remember.
It's all you need to know.
The book stinks. No, go ahead, I'm sorry.
What happened?
I didn't mean to interrupt, go ahead.
No, I'm done. That's all I know about the Titanic movie.
You're at least aware of its existence. You know who's in it as far as the main actors. Roughly.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yes, exactly. Okay, so this question came up because one of the my age or older people at the table was telling a story, and the punchline was, "Draw me like one of your French girls." And this intern at the table didn't know the reference, and the rest of us kind of sat for a few minutes feeling good.
Oh, I know that reference. That was referenced a lot in like the early 2010s.
Yeah.
All right, we ready to start now that we've gotten all Titanic Ready Player Ones out of our system?
No, we will continue talking about Titanic.
That's
this
fine.
Is now a Titanic podcast.
That's totally fine. All right, let's fucking go.
Okay, tonight's stream is titled "My Heart Will Go On."
More like my fart will go on. Oh, got him.
Oh,
Is it
Canada?
Instant kill, one hit kill.
Is it played on a recorder?
I hope so.
I will say
I played
once
the
again,
entire
my-
movie on a recorder. It's incredibly difficult. It's like those fucking cassettes, video cassette tapes. And by that I don't mean VHS. I mean like the kind that you played music on in the ancient past.
I may have told this story on the stream before, but my Titanic story is always... I saw that as a date with, like, possibly my first girlfriend, depending on how you define these things.
Oh no.
We went to a theater, we saw it. She was exhausted, and it was kind of like we had made this date and we were going to do it, god damn it, if, it killed us. We got there, we went to the movie, we both fell asleep. She was exhausted going into it. I think I just wasn't... Huh?
Be fair, it was a long movie. It was like
It was a long movie, and I kind of wasn't interested in it, and when she fell asleep, I was kind of like, well, I'll just rest my eyes. We both fell asleep. I woke up to the usher leaning over in our faces and saying, "The boat sinks!" And we just, like, that was that.
That's all you need to know.
That's a very concise description.
Like, oh yeah, okay, we'll leave.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I only saw it twice in theaters. But I know the second time I was going, my dad, when I was on the way out the door, he's like, the boat sinks, right?
I mean, that
was a joke.
That was the exact joke.
The only scenes I know from it are like from cultural osmosis. Like there's like the one where Leonardo DiCaprio is like holding that drink in his hand and like raising it up, and then it's like I'm the king of the world. And then
the drink was not from Titanic. The one with
oh,
the drink.
is it not?
No.
Yeah, that was Gatsby.
I'm stupid.
No,
you're not. That's totally a...
There's a whole
having
bunch of
not watched every Leonardo DiCaprio movie is a totally valid reason to not know what the fuck he's doing in any of those memes.
Like, for the longest time, I thought the Nathan Fillion speech flip thing was just from a scene I'd forgotten in the Empire. It was from Castle. I've never watched Castle. So, you're not... It's not that big of a jump. You know, don't worry about it. But, no...
He's about the same age in both of those movies, I guess.
He's kind of ageless. He's a movie star. He will look like he is 25 until the exact moment he's 65.
Yeah.
We make those jokes.
At which point he will look 45.
Oh, it's nighttime.
Okay, so Gatsby came out in 2013.
Okay, well, I wasn't watching Gatsby in 2013.
I've never seen it. I was looking for my own frame of reference.
I recommend it. It's a good little movie.
I was being 7 in 2013.
Do not watch Gatsby when you're 7 if any 7-year-olds are on the stream.
Oh yeah, I know I'm super fucking popular with 7-year-olds. It's probably because I say fuck so much.
So what are we playing tonight? Because I'm not on the computer yet.
Oh, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. This will theoretically be the final stream, but Futurism's a big level, so I don't know if I'll finish it all. But I should.
Okay. Well, I wish you luck, and I'll be on the computer soon to comment on that further.
Cool.
8-trick combo.
Woohoo!
I think I had to go on the Cliff Notes website for a couple of things. I think it was when I had to read Beowulf.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, they gave you they assigned at Beowulf, or was it Grendel? Because they made me read Grendel.
It was Beowulf.
Okay, interesting. I assume not the original Gaelic.
They had it was this book that was it was half the original Gaelic and it was half translated.
That's actually really fucking cool.
It sounds exhausting, but I get it.
I hated it. I don't remember anything that happens in Beowulf.
He fights Beowulf and just one hit KOs him. He fights Beowulf's mom and has a harder time, but eventually beats her.
Grendel's mom.
Oh right, yeah, whatever. You know, the other one.
Beowulf's mom is not analyzed much.
And then then a dragon shows up, and the dragon he maybe kills or maybe doesn't. But the dragon definitely kills.
Yeah,
him.
I know there's a dragon, but I don't know what becomes of it.
Everything Beowulf shows up in the campaign.
I am a very, not illiterate, but not very well-read human being. Like, I used to read a lot, but it was all, like, young adult theme novels, like Babysitter's Club, and, man, I was just over at my parents' house clearing my high school bookshelf over the weekend, so I actually have a box of books right now, but I never, like, I know that other kids in my class, like, that I graduated with, not that I shared a class with, had to read Lord of the Rings. Or, like you guys were talking about, Beowulf. Never.
I didn't read Beowulf, I read Grendel. I like Grendel, too. That's a fucking good book.
I'd at least heard of Beowulf. I've never heard of Grendel before.
Oh, it's by John Gardner. It's basically Beowulf told from the monster's perspective. That's Grendel instead of Beowulf.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Like that one book with the three little pigs, but told from the wolf's perspective.
Pretty much exactly that. Only
Yeah, it's a good concept.
only like 90% of it is Grendel just being like, I'm so fucking smart. Humans are so fucking stupid. All y'all motherfuckers suck. And then Beowulf just shows up in the last chapter, and everything about him is wrong. He's too big. He's too strong. He's too fast. And then Grendel's like, whatever, I killed all those other guys. I can kill this guy. And Beowulf just absolutely mops the floor with him. And then just mocks him. And then the story ends.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, no, it's a very me book because I'm like, oh wow, that's super fucked up. I'm into it.
I mean, there's only one way the Beowulf story goes.
Yeah, Beowulf dies at the end.
It's like, telling Gilgamesh or something. Like, you're gonna throw Enkidu in there, it's like, fine, but guess what?
I understand some of these words.
I've heard the name Gilgamesh.
The Epic of Gilgamesh. It is considered by some to be the first piece of literature, or at least the first one we have like a decent record of.
Wow.
What was the bad guy's name in Smurfs?
Gargamel.
Gargamel.
Why do I fucking know that?
The Epic of Gargamel.
Epic of Gargamel.
I am somebody who I can tell you, I can bust out an essay while like drunk and falling down naked or something like that. So I took every lit class I could because it was the easiest A in my existence. So you name some dumbass book and I've read it. Or epic.
Have you read Smurfs?
Yeah.
Clearly.
Obviously.
In the original Armenian.
Goggle Bob is that one guy being like, don't fucking talk to me unless you've read the Smurfs manga.
You know they introduced Smurfette just as a spoiler for the entire society. This is a giant thing we have talked about.
Have you really? Or like, serious question?
What? No, I've not read Smurfs in the original Armenian.
No, this is confirmation you've had before.
But no, I definitely know deep Smurfs lore. This is a sad but true fact.
Alright, sick.
There are legitimate some moments that I can't tell if you're joking or if you're serious, so I have to ask. That was one of them.
Look, I am somebody who's gotten in an orangutan fight regarding Edgar Allan Poe, so that is a thing.
I feel like those words are out of order because I have more questions than I should at this stage.
I can honestly say I can't imagine getting in a fight with anybody over Edgar Allan Poe.
It's an extremely long story that has been going on for, without exaggeration, 300 years.
No, like, my only... The biggest question are... how do you fight... What does an orangutan fight look like?
Oh,
in this context.
huh?
Well, in the context, it's a bunch of literary nerds, like, just shouting at each other that you should ignore something that, like, theoretically doesn't make sense. But...
I mean, that's
like,
easy. I do that all the fucking time. I'm ignoring you right now.
It's basically that.
Alright, this one again?
But it's basically regarding Edgar Allan Poe's murders in the Rue Morgue, which is literally from like 1840.
What, do you feel like he got hard carried or something?
It's just a thing. Like, it's one of those, like, you know how like the modern equivalent is kind of like I'm trying to think, there's inevitably something in Star Wars that would be equivalent. Like metachlorians in Star Wars, where they basically in Word of God introducced the fact that like the Force is just something in your genetics in a movie that was like 30 years after the movies that originally established everything.
So,
and like it is.
So what you're
100%
saying
part of
is the Edgar Allan Poe thing you brought up is just some ultra nerd bullshit.
it's some ultra nerd bullshit, but to be clear,
he
it's ultra
acknowledged
nerd
that.
bullshit that goes back to the 1800s.
So the 1800s had nerds. They were called
Well,
poets.
that's the thing, is that time is a flat circle. These things just keep happening.
Speaking of the 1800s, one of the other things that this intern said last night, and I didn't really catch it, so I'm not sure if it was actually said out loud or if someone was joking about it, that the rest of us were born in the 1900s.
I mean, there is a 19 at the start of the year I was born in. It's not inaccurate.
The late 1900s.
Well, not for me.
Well, no.
Yeah, not for you,
That's-
obviously. Obvious exceptions aside.
Yeah, like, I wasn't asking how old this person actually was. I just asked if they were old enough to drink because there were bottles of wine in front of them. Because it was a company thing. And I'm not used to interns having graduated college already.
Had she?
Why do you assume it's a she?
You said she.
Did I?
Yes.
Meh.
So, like, I'm not gonna, like, feel bad for assuming you were correct about the story you were telling.
No. No, apparently this is a grad level, or she mentioned undergrad, so I guess this is a grad level course that she's taking the internship for. I forget that people keep going to college forever because
I mean, I did
got my-
because I didn't know what the fuck to do with my life.
Well, I didn't either, but I knew I couldn't afford to keep going, so I got my one and got out.
That makes sense.
So I just forget that that's a thing that people do. Until explicitly saying undergrad, I was like, oh, gotcha. But yes, it was I had only heard memes. I had not actually heard someone say it out loud in a serious statement, so I wasn't sure if it was actually said or if they were referencing the meme, and I will stop talking about my work dinner.
I lost the thread there.
Don't worry
I'm
about
at
it.
peace with it. You know?
Technically, this entire conversation traces back to the work. So anyway, the orangutan.
Yeah, how did orangutans get involved?
Monkey.
Talking about pedantic literature nonsense. And also, if you are curious about the orangutan, it's in Edgar Allan Poe's Murderers of the Rue Morgue. The ultimate, which is like a detective story, the ultimate culprit turns out to be an orangutan.
Oh, okay, so
And-
there was an actual orangutan involved. It was just the way the sentence was made out. It sounded like you were having fights like an orangutan, not fights
Okay.
over an orangutan.
I hate to
Understand.
drag us away from Edgar Allan Poe talk, but I love that apparently the game did not account for me approaching this this little cutscene trigger from way above. So my character's floating in air while she does
Just
her dance.
over there.
And B, that it did the like, hey, looks like you don't have enough rep, and then immediately went, oh wait, no, you do, and just went to the next one instead of just doing the instead of skipping that. Both of those are awesome.
A little bit of a glitch.
Yep. Well, not even a glitch, more like just a momentary
I'm just
curiosity.
wondering if you're gonna drop when you say yes.
One can only hope.
No, wait, no, you're still in the air.
I mean, cutscene ain't ended yet. Oh wow, shit! I'm still up there. I hope I get down.
Ready?
Okay, good.
You get an aerial advantage. Okay, now you're good. Once it actually started, you're fine.
Wall.
Gonna boost all the way there.
Is that not cheating?
No. They have jetpacks too.
They could use it if they wanted to.
Fair enough.
You know, I think one of my favorite things in video games is people just moving perfectly in sync with each other.
I mean,
If they
that's
wanted
just Jet Set Radio, like the very soul of Jet Set Radio.
It's the soul of Jet Set Radio, but there are a number of random from the Dreamcast era, not what we're emulating here, not the actual current era. But there's a number of different games in like the Dreamcast, GameCube era, where like they have a crowd and like 7 different people are all moving exactly in sync. Usually like RPG type situations.
Sorry, I was just going through my Twitch notifications. Apparently, I've got drops for things that I will never play.
Yay! It's a Twitch experience.
DBD Tomb Raider chapter release? No, that is no longer available. What are these?
DBD Tomb Raider. What even is that? I know Tomb Raider had some weird games.
Don't be a dick.
Dead by Daylight.
Oh. Huh.
What the heck are these? How do I know what game the things are for that I actually did get? Other than them telling me to connect.
The only way to find out is to watch this ad.
Dude, okay, one of them is a WoW pet. Like, one of them is a WoW pet. I at least acknowledged that I knew about that one. New ink. So is it... Does each character have different ink, or is it just... It all comes down to the organization of the, you know, the order of directions that you hit on the buttons?
It comes down to order directions, except for like the really small ones. In that case, each character has their own.
Okay.
I love the Robohead, the Cyberhead old head.
I was going to say, got an old head here.
I also love their preferred method of like gating off sections of the level is just pile an enormous set of amplifiers in front of it.
I love it.
I think there's a is it even still a Twitter account? But there's definitely an account out there that has cataloged all the random ways that games block you off from moving forward at particular time.
I remember that one. I remember a Super Animal Lesbian Adventure was featured
Excuse
there
me,
a
what?
bunch. I didn't fucking stutter.
I mean, you did that time, but...
Okay, yes, I did.
Like, okay, what... Dare I ask, what kind of game is that?
A very cutesy little game about girls in love.
Noted.
Looked like an RPG Maker, RPG Maker sort of game, or like, you know, if not actually done in RPG Maker, at least very much using that as their basic style guide. But like the you can't go there is for that game where all stuff like there's a bug having a picnic in the way and you don't want to disturb it.
Oh,
Which is just fucking adorable.
I think that actually happened, something like that very similar in Earthbound. Had a message at one point where, or Mother 3, excuse me, the sequel.
Mother 3, the sequel to Earthbound somehow.
AKA Mother 2.
well, so what was Mother 1?
Just Mother.
I didn't know there was a game.
What it is, since you're like the one
That's
person on this
definitely
call
not a
that
jump I'm
would,
making. I'll figure it out.
Earthbound was a very integral Super Nintendo game that just barely got localized, and so it kind of wasn't expected to leave Japan because the original game for Earthbound is Mother 2. The original Mother 1 was a late Nintendo game in Japan, but they decided it literally wasn't worth it to translate it, so we never saw it for literally years. was eventually translated as of, I think, officially as of, I think, the Wii era, if not Wii U. I'm trying to remember when they brought it over here.
So they brought it over. I wasn't aware of
Isn't
the Mother 1 they brought over. Now, Mother 2 was Earthbound, and then famously, that led to Mother 3. Mother 3, to this day, still has not been brought over in any capacity.
Oh, there it is. There we go.
I'm gonna look something up before asking my next question. Because, no, like, I vaguely recall there was a character from that series in one of the Mario Brawl games, right?
Yeah, in Smash Brothers.
There are two characters. The crazy thing about Mother 3 never making it to the States is that Smash has had, the last 3 Smash games have had Mother 3 representation.
Yeah. And in fact, the first game where the Mother 3 representation appeared, there was like an entire level and a giant boss that were all based on Mother 3 stuff that makes absolutely no sense without that context.
So I
get up the
did
face
pick
of this
something
gigantic
up.
stupid
Thank
lion
you.
statue if it kills me.
But yeah, Ness is from Earthbound, which is Mother 2, and Lucas is from Mother 3. Which, again, Mother 3 to this day has not been officially located. Which is a shame.
You mean Mother?
Come again?
Because you said Mother 3 has not been localized.
Correct. Yeah, Mother 1 and Mother 2 have been.
Officially.
Oh,
Officially.
never mind.
Like, there is absolutely ways to play Mother 3 in English if you are willing to bend a few rules.
And I will point out that I highly recommend it because Mother 3 is one of the few games to ever make me have a visceral reaction to something happening in the game. And I will not elaborate on that further.
I give up on this lion head. I don't know what that's
Yeah,
supposed to do.
is that like a double jump you have to do at some point? Or
It's some
something?
crazy shit. I think you're actually supposed to get in from like that wire way over there, and that'll take you to the top. Because otherwise, but like getting to that wire is also a ridiculous ask. So I don't fucking know.
So doing the tagging is what gets you the rep, right?
Yes.
Okay. You know, this is only what, the 3rd or 4th day you've been playing?
The fourth, I believe.
You'd
Also,
think I
this is
would've
the
picked
first time in the game I've done this. This is just something you can do on fire hydrants in this game for some reason.
That's fantastic!
It rules. I love it.
There you go.
I was like, walks through, breaks glass? No, you've done that before. What are you talking about?
Oh, Juniper says hi in the chat.
Who says hi?
Juniper.
Oh, hey Juniper, what's good?
I don't know when that happened, but it's there.
It says 8:51, so exactly 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
I
sorry we ignored you
accidentally
for 10 minutes,
closed and reopened
Juniper.
my browser.
But it's not my fault, it's all these other assholes for not reading the chat. I give them very simple instructions.
You never gave us any
Instructions. I've
The
never
instructions
been
are implied.
instructed in my life. Just because it's what you do on Gogglebob streams does not land the assumption that we'll do it on yours. Come on.
Okay, that is a fair argument. Counterpoint, yes it does, shut up.
I'll allow it. It's been like those heated perks. Yay. Ew. Ready? I'm just like, yay. Yes, I wasn't sure if there was context for the yes, but disregard.
Doesn't have to be. Sometimes you can get happy.
Sometimes you can just say yeah. There's no law against it. What are you, the happiness cops?
So I've
That's just regular cops.
Yeah, that's true. Regular cops are very anti-happiness.
That is true. I spent the last 2 days at an in-person meeting for work, and I brought my yarn craft with me. And,
Meeting?
Yep. It was an internal meeting, so it was all, like, my, people that I work with, usually remotely. And I figured that it helps me focus. Like, usually if I'm doing virtual meetings, I'm actually, like, sitting there playing something on my phone. But I wasn't gonna do that in the middle of a meeting.
Knitting is just more socially acceptable.
Well, it was actually crochet, thank you. No, but I was honestly, like, by the time I got home last night, I started second-guessing myself and kind of panicking. So I was like, is that something I should not have done? And then I realized, we're all adults, and if it was not acceptable, somebody would have said something to me, I would hope.
I apparently, at my last job, said, with my mic on in an all-hands meeting, so like a meeting with hundreds of people on it, somehow managed to turn my mic on, and then turn to my wife, since it was working remote at the time, and say, nah, it's just some stupid all-hands bullshit.
Oh no!
Dang!
I wonder why they didn't keep me around. Oh, I got 138.
Dang!
It's anybody's guess. I mean, is that the way you talk around some of them normally?
Around my boss back there, absolutely. But that guy was chill.
But it was an everybody meeting.
It was an everybody meeting. That fucked up the jump. Alright.
Are you gonna get the one on the wall over there, or did you already get that
Eventually.
one? I just happened to catch it that time.
Yeah, baby, I'm a fuck. Yeah, baby, I'm a fuck.
Don't mind me, just being a dick.
Nah, you're good. I'm just chilling. This is very much a chill out game for me. This is a great thing about games that are not difficult, but have a lot to them. I think like this is a fantastic example of a game that's never hard, but always challenging in its own dumb way.
Something to do.
Yeah, there's always something to do. There's always like some dumb thing you can be going for.
So, did that weird little cutscene, not a cutscene, mean that, like, doing that triggered something?
Yeah, that was a challenge appearing.
Oh!
Because I've gotten enough reps to make another person appear. But I'm not doing that challenge right now because I'm skating around here. Also, I keep painting the same tag, and it's not my favorite tag, but I always tend to push the same direction when I'm starting it. So, that's
well, you got one more
my
opportunity to track the other way.
Oh yeah,
so.
t-shirts!
Woohoo! There you go, that was different-ish.
150. 5 away from clearing the boombox wall.
Do the high five thingies,
Yes, those are like a special challenge that will open up bonus rooms.
okay.
There's, like I said, there's a ton of stuff in this game, and you can basically be doing any of it at any time. The high five robots you refer to, you have to hit all of them in one enormous combo, which I'm well on my way to getting.
Yeah,
but,
it was like that, because every other time I had looked, did it reset at some point? So
yeah,
I never
anytime
paid
I drop the combo, it resets.
There's one in the top right there. You just passed.
Top right. Where I'm not seeing it.
Up.
Wait,
The
that
other
one?
end of that
That's
ledge.
a door. That's the bonus room.
No, the other end of the ledge.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of blind, so
No.
not because of poor eyesight, though I do have that too. But it's much more I just don't look very hard.
Don't look very hard. Situational awareness.
Yeah, it was just I happened to see it, and I was like, oh, wait, is that another one of the things? Now that you're
It is
working
one
on
of the
something?
things.
I pay good attention when I try. Tells you how often I try.
Let's not get crazy.
I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm learning how to pay less attention, okay? I do appreciate like how these kind of games are a lot more chill. Like, as much as I love Tony Hawk, like, you don't have to do as much with the balance in this one, right? It
Oh yeah,
kinda
no, balance
automatic.
just lasts for as long as my little little bar at the bottom takes to deplete. And like if your combo is super high, it'll deplete slower, which is why I can manual for so long here.
Gotcha.
I think it like goes down faster every time you jump, which you know is sensible. Good way of good way of balancing it, so to speak. Oh, see what I did there? I'm fucking clever.
Ew.
I think I've gotten 7 out of 8, but I'm having trouble remembering where the last
I was about
one
to
is.
say, I'm looking around trying to see if I
Yeah,
can.
same.
I do appreciate that the ones you've triggered do spin like little maniacs. So
Yeah, no, that's great.
you know which ones you've done.
Yeah, there's no risk of like mistaking. There it is. Look at
Yay.
that. Look at him up there. Hey, surprise! 8 out of 8. I'm so fucking cool.
Woohoo!
And the day is saved.
I'm helpful. Not that I found the last one, but I found one of them. Credit card, man. Why are you emailing? Sorry, that
I
was
have a 273 trick combo. And
Woohoo.
I'm gonna drop it so I can go in here and get a
274.
mixtape.
Go into special high five. Ask
got
hurrah.
music.
Also, the music in this game is really good. Everything in this game is really good. It is a game that definitely, some might say, would places style over substance. I say that style is a form of substance. All right, let's see what you want.
Huzzah.
Wait, shit. All right, I ain't giving up though. Let's go back and do it again.
Wait, what do we gotta do? What do you gotta
Oh,
do?
I gotta
again?
do the same combo like string she did.
Oh. Good luck.
I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but Cass, is this the first time you're paying attention to this game?
No. It's just.
It's okay if it is.
because-
Yeah.
No. It's
None of us will
because
judge
the
you.
conversation is actually applying to the game. I'm participating more.
Ah, also good.
We're not just talking about Super Metroid this time.
That too. But it's more like, this is a thing I have some vague knowledge about because it's right in front of me, as opposed to literally all the other things that y'all talk about. Yeah,
Well, anyway,
that I have
about this orangutan.
exactly. Just that.
All right.
Also, just
Same one, really? Damn.
I'm randomly reminded that the NES World Championship game this week, the one challenge is literally how fast can you beat the entirety of Super Mario Brothers 1. And this is like...
Yeah. Okay, so here's the fucked up thing about that. I'll let you finish, but then I'm gonna chime in afterwards.
I'm gonna let you finish, sir.
Well, I was just going to say that this is some, like, you know, you were born in the 80s speedrunner nonsense that is like... People have been training for this forever just to get a gold medal out of the Nintendo World Ranking.
Okay, so like you were saying that like one of the challenges is how fast you can beat Super Mario 1?
Yes.
All of the fucking speedrun tricks are disabled.
Not all of them, to be clear.
Okay, no, like okay, so it's a ROM of the game, right? It's literally running a game ROM. Yeah? It's not like a bespoke version.
It is running a game ROM, but they do... What it is the speedrunning tricks that exist are... If it runs up against something that is like a traditional way somebody would screw up, then that's a problem. Because, like, for instance, the game encourages you to take the warp zone for obvious reasons.
Okay, yes, but that's not what I meant.
Well, I was just going to say, one of the speedrunning tricks requires you to jump around in this weird area that if you reach that area, you've already missed the opportunity to get to the warp zone. So it backs you up so you can get to the warp zone. It's not like it's deliberately limited the trick. It's a matter of where you need to go for the trick is sort of out of bounds to begin with.
Okay, counterpoint. It also disallows wrong warping. And by that, I don't mean like, you know, going somewhere you're not supposed to go. I mean like the a trick that lets you get to the world's 4-2 warp area without the vine.
I believe that's literally what I was just talking about. But one second.
But that can't send you to the wrong area. It's a valid entrance to the way that works is it's a valid entrance to a bonus room that if you still have the vine loaded by screen scrolling, will go straight to 4-2 instead because the exits don't actually have like single like places they empty out coded to them. It just the game knows where to put you based on the screen location. So if you can like advanced scroll a screen, which is easy to do with like corner bumping, you can get ahead basically.
I'm looking because I think it is. I'm looking right. I'm having played it.
Did he put Chrome's to sleep?
Yeah. The wrong warping does require you to go past where you would be allowed to do the vine climb.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But it will
So
take you to the
point being
vine.
is that the game doesn't want you to leave. The game doesn't want you to miss the vine. If it identifies that you've missed the vine, it rewinds to where you can get the vine. So it's not like it's trying to stop this other glitch. It's assuming you are not a super player and you need to go backwards.
I watched a big old compilation of all the. So I guess I was wrong about that one. But I watched like just basically a gigantic compilation of like the glitches that the NES, like, what's it called, Championship Edition, whatever, was disallowing, and I was like, man, that's bullshit. Let the people use glitches.
I mean, it is one of those things that, like, I'm not saying that Nintendo did this right, but it is one of those weird things wherein I have split feelings on glitches being allowed in any given like speed run, because there are glitches that I think of as part of Mario Brothers, and there are glitches that are like, if you touch Bowser the right way in 1-1, you instantly warp to the 8th level or something like that, which were obviously not intended in any conceivable way and were found out when like some random guy was high in his dorm at 3 a.m. and like going through an exact speed run or something. and it just became standard for how everybody would play Mario Brothers from that point on. And it's just kind of like, sometimes I do want to see Mario run as fast as possible, and sometimes I want to see, you know, you touch the right block in the right way, and then you warp to another universe. In conclusion, I am somebody who remembers at his second birthday party somebody excitedly telling me about the Minus World.
Second birthday?
Second grade birthday.
Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Yes,
I was
I
like,
was
how
two,
did
and we were talking about Mario Brothers. And I remember it with perfect clarity.
Talk about one of a handful of people in the universe who can remember their second birthday.
Specifically for Mario Brothers trivia.
That didn't exist yet.
Let's see, 1 second.
Time to do some math.
Okay, technically, you are correct, but literally by months.
Kind of correct.
Super Mario Brothers apparently came out like
164. Oh yeah.
5 months after I was 2. So there we go. It wasn't out yet, but not by much. Because yes, I will say that one ridiculous thing that the NES World Championship game does is it gives you your score according to literally everybody who plays the game, and then it gives you your score according to your birth year. And also puts a little thing up on the screen like, you were 5 when this game came out.
That is.
Oh, like the VH1 bubble video thing? Oh my god, what is that called?
Pop-up video?
Pop-up video.
Thank you.
My dad and I just bonded over pop-up video so much I'll never forget it.
I'm sorry, did that just say something about oxygen dispensers?
Yes, he was talking about how when he was a kid, he remembers seeing a tree once.
That tracks.
So a little on the grim side.
Oxygen dispenser, got it.
There are no trees in the game, which, you know, they're just not really like, except for one, and it's like at the bottom of a ridiculously difficult to navigate secret area. Of which there are 2 in the entire game.
That's horrifying.
I mean,
Is this like the Lorax?
Yeah, basically.
This is the Lorax, and the Lorax is rad.
This is the Lorax if the Lorax knew how to do a kickflip.
Awesome.
Lorax knew how to do a kickflip. That was Dr. Seuss's original intention for the Lorax, but he didn't have the technology.
but he made it. Need? No, wait. Yeah, that was a Lorax, right? With sweater things?
Yeah. That's neat.
Need, thank you. Sorry, all of my, like, I did grab a whole bunch of my high school and middle school books from my parents' house, but the Dr. Seuss ones I left for the baby.
It's reasonable.
That's a lot of chance. Holy moly.
Oops. Wrong button. There we go.
Interesting. I'm like,
There we go.
I'm also playing a game, but it's like infinitely less cool.
What
Most
game are you
games are less
playing?
cool than Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. But what game is it?
It's like flow free.
No, that is a good game. Is it the squared off one or the hexes one? Or a different one entirely?
Oh, the square one.
The original.
I liked it.
Do either of the two of you know what Grums is talking about?
Grums?
I've seen it, but I've never played it.
I think I sort of know, but I don't know.
It's a puzzle game.
Earlier.
It's a puzzle game. Not a whole lot of depth to the actual game.
Yeah. You're just supposed to connect things together.
Do you remember there was an old Windows game with like pipes?
Yeah. I think
I
it's called
remember the
Pipes.
screensaver with the pipes.
No, well, I mean,
yeah.
yes.
on that screensaver.
You're right.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
you mean
it's-
Pipe Dream? As in 90% of Bioshock? Yes, I do remember that.
Oh god. 90% of Bioshock.
Maybe, like,
Don't
you're one of
sully
those, like...
Pipe Dream with Bioshock.
Maybe you're, like, one of those weird freaks who didn't, like, hack every turret that I was.
I will admit, I did obliterate most torrents I saw. Like, there were a few that I recognized would be useful to have, but not all of them.
But it's the same game repackaged, essentially.
The thing
Yeah,
that I
just
do
like
feel like
posting general gameplay. Just screenshots of it.
I'm going to state that I feel like if you just packaged, like, the old calculator version of Snake as a dedicated mobile game and, like, actually advertised, I'm guessing it would do really, really well.
It probably would, but it would interrupt you with ads every 5 seconds.
So, Pete, what exactly do you do that you're completely blowing your scores out of the water? Like, is it just pure...
Oh, I got a
combos,
54,
or-
I got a 54 multiplier.
Because I mean, like,
There's a lot of
say it's
hard
not
corners
even
up there, and
close
you can
to
just hit
close.
all of them in one huge combo, and it just makes your score go absolutely insane.
They scored like a third of what you scored.
Yeah. That'll be, like, super necessary, like, if I, like, when it comes to, like, recruiting the bonus characters at the end, like, in the end game. Because, like, you basically have to memorize the entire course to, like, get to get as much as you can.
So, do you want your head back?
Nah, I'm good. Without the mind.
So somehow you're able to operate your body without having a brain in
Did
there?
you not, like, did you not see the earlier
I was-
cutscenes? That's it's
He's
cool
got
if
a
you didn't.
head. It's just not his original head.
Yeah. Basically, you start the
Why
game
is
with
the
this
brain
dude and
though?
he gets
Do we assume that
decapitated.
there's a brain in the head?
There is a brain in his head because in
Okay.
his like robot head, there's actually just a normal human head.
Right, I remember seeing the face. I just wasn't sure if it was assumed that there was a brain in there somewhere.
There is. It's a normal ass head. Some other dude also got his head cut off, and they just gave
That
it to
is
this guy.
giant, bro.
And this was the guy who got his head cut off. The other guy who got his head cut off. Hello there.
About to say more than one.
How you doing, homie? Oh. Okay, this is sort of significant. This weird trippy sequence, we're playing as him in his original self, with his original head, not in a robot body or anything.
Right, so the original...
So basically, he is self-actualizing. It's remembering who he was.
Gotcha. Or who the head was, at least. Not necessarily... Because the rest of it's just been assumed that it was your the character from the very beginning that got his head chopped off. Oh no!
Well, turns out that guy sucked and everybody hates him.
Oh, well then. In that case.
Why did they ever bother to break him out of the jail?
Well, they didn't know he sucked at the time.
That's why you always gotta do your homework.
It's taken them this long to realize how much he sucked? Or that he sucked at all? Oh no! Why is there no parachute? Oh my god.
There's
Speaking
no fall
of puzzle-
damage in this game. It's fine.
It'd be like Mario Brothers, where he just like falls and squishes a little bit. And it's like, ooh.
I think Mario Odyssey is the first like big Mario 3D platformer to not have fall damage at all.
I think you are correct.
I can't remember if he did in Odyssey. Not Odyssey, Galaxy.
I'm pretty sure he did on some capacity.
But like it wasn't something that came
I
up
seem to
very
remember
often.
vertical areas where I didn't want to fall. And like spring didn't give you fall damage. Like I think that was its one advantage. This one didn't. Oh, it's gonna turn out he had a cool chair.
Okay, I don't know what I thought that said, but it wasn't sale.
I thought it said salt for a hot second.
Oh.
Oh, should have dashed sooner.
Oh no!
It's fine.
Don't lose your head.
Hey, I see
Well-
what you did there.
So what does he have wheels or he just runs?
I mean, I can skate, but it's fun to just run sometimes. Just like as a group.
Yeah, no, just a question.
Man, I'm just not making that one. What am I doing wrong? Okay. If I'm missing like some part of the jump or something. Oh, I see it. There we go. Piece of cake. Not even worried about it.
Okay, so do we have a spoiler policy on who Robert Downey Jr. will be playing in an upcoming Avengers movie?
What, you mean Dr. Doom? I
I
don't
literally do not even care.
say.
Well, I am just repeating the statement that I have apparently seen that Robert Downey Jr. is making, quote, significantly more than $80 million to play Dr. Doom. And his deal is also filled with perks that include private jet travel, dedicated security, and my favorite, a trailer encampment. Like, just the level of Disney, like, we need you back, what's it going to take? And just Robert Downey Jr. looking him straight in the eye and saying, I need a trailer encampment.
Like, I don't know enough about it to
Look, all you need
care
to know.
enough to actually look up information about it.
All you need to know is that Marvel Studios is really fucking desperate, and Robert Downey
Well,
Jr.
I
knows
knew
exactly how to twist the knife.
I mean, like, he may have said, like, in passing, well, it takes a village, and Disney was like, we'll give you a village. We'll give you a mobile village if that's what you desire. I mean,
But
that's
also, I know that it's very comic book like to have one character come back as another character. Like, that's not surprising.
it's also just like it's not unheard of even in just like movies and TV shows. Like we joked about this recently, but the whole freaking Arrowverse like constantly killed characters and brought them back as their own evil twins.
Oh yeah,
And then
they
killed
love
the
doing
evil
that
twin
shit.
and brought back the good guy.
Yep.
Like that happened like every 6 weeks.
Oh yeah, that was super common.
I don't know. Like, somebody was asking me why I haven't seen Deadpool yet. I'm like, because I'll wait for it to come on streaming. It's fine. I'm not going anywhere.
That's kind of my feeling on it too. I mean, like it looks like it'll be a fun movie. I'm not disparaging anybody for seeing it, but I just am not in any great run. Like, there's nothing about it that. Aw.
No. Turns out Fox is kind of a dick. Or foe, rather.
His name's Foe?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
that's a bad sign.
Ah,
Oh, dang.
oh no.
Oh, and it was right over the Frankenstein
The
gang.
Franks.
Oh no.
Flesh Prince was just like, oh, here, that was an easy one.
Flesh Prince is just like, oh shit, I gotta deal with this right now. Thank God this happened where I was chilling with my crew.
And DJ Cyber.
Yeah, the fact that
This could
DJ
not have worked out
Cyber
better
and
for
Flesh
everyone.
Prince are just really good friends is great. Like, yeah, they just hang out on the weekends. It's cool. Uh,
I don't like his original head.
yeah, right? The beanie's kind of stupid.
It's like the robot head was cooler.
It is. It is much cooler.
We're back to the robot head. We're going to focus on the robot head.
So anyway, when Foe's head got chopped off, he the police took it and used it to like power a supercomputer algorithm, and like, but it was just Foe, so he just immediately said, "Hey, you should kill everybody else so I can be the cool guy."
No, the police are working with a dangerous technology they don't understand that actually is completely evil.
Yep.
Shot
Well, that's
here.
never happened before.
Oh.
Devil theories. Go.
How
Oh,
could this
there we
have
go.
Oh no.
Yes. The crazy thing is, I have seen police vehicles, and this is only a slight exaggeration.
I'm still amazed that my local town that has like one crime every 10 years, whether we need it or not, has like a fleet of old freaking Hummers. And I say old, but like they're like military hand-me-downs.
Oh yeah, no,
And,
police
like,
just
yeah,
take a military surplus all the fucking time.
Yeah, they're gonna solve problems in the event of, I don't know, like a freaking
gonna
rebellion.
Makes some sense where you are, just because the machinery needs to be durable.
I mean, where I am, if you're referring to flooding, like, distinctly where I am, the town I'm in, like, physically, we have a literal barrier island to keep us from flooding.
Yeah,
So
you don't have to get flood insurance, is what you're telling me?
No, I actually don't have to get flood insurance. So, like, distinctly where I live, if it is flooding, then an entire town has literally been wiped out first.
Something has gone wrong.
Yeah, which I'm not discounting as something that might happen in the next 50 years.
I'm just gonna let it sit on this a line for a moment.
Well, there's our thumbnail for the week.
Also, his name has changed from Red to Red Felix because he knows who he is now. That's kind of cute.
Oh, that is cute. I always appreciate when games actually like go out of their ways to change the name. It
So,
actually bothered me
update
back.
the UI so the story goes on.
Yeah, no, it actually kind of bothered me back in the days of Final Fantasy VII that Red 13, who was literally named for, by an experiment by a mad scientist, you find out his real name and then he keeps going with the whole Red 13 thing.
That gets really frustrating when like captions ruin the suspense for you.
Well, I mean, captions are. I'm not gonna go as far as saying art unto themselves, but there are definitely ways you can fuck up captions. Like, my absolute favorite is, I think, the Telltale series Walking Dead characters and subtitles. One of my favorite things is
one that like lives like free. Oh, sorry, go on. You first, sir.
Well, I was just going to say that there are a number of situations in those games where a character is surprised or going to be attacked by the end of their sentence, and you see the subtitle for their entire conversation. It says something like, "But why would we ever?" and then just dash, and you're like, "Okay, I guess this guy's going to die before the end of the sentence." And every time, it's like they get to the end of the sentence, and there it is.
Well, like, I get annoyed enough that it ruins punchlines, but also it'll name a character who hasn't been named on the screen yet.
Yeah, I do appreciate that some games, and well, I think predominantly with games, I don't watch TV shows with captions too often, but definitely games where they will do, like, mysterious voice is, like, much more appreciated than Steve.
No.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
FIFO.
Yep.
So
that certainly was the final boss, and the game is now over forever.
Yay! Roll
credit.
Living rent free in your head.
Oh yeah, the one I always think of is in Mass Effect 2. Like, there's the scene where the Geth Legion is introduced, and the captions just immediately title him Legion in his very first line, even though he has not been named Legion yet. He adopts the name Legion several conversations later.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding.
Psych, you thought.
No, it's a centipede worm thing?
Yes.
Gross.
Fanboy wasn't here today.
Yeah, he's in he's visiting the Bay Area.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no!
I don't know what that means, but okay.
California.
Oh.
It's a place he doesn't live normally.
Wow.
Man, that massive crowd down there is going to be freaked out as hell.
Is that what that is?
Probably. It's supposed to look like a busy city street. We're supposed to be like miles in the air. Oh no, he grabbed the nerd and ripped my head off.
Bo's biggest fan. Oh, wait, no, Red's biggest fan.
Why did it have to have a tail that long?
Why wouldn't it?
I mean, I guess it's kind of like trying to connect the city type of thing.
Gross and...
Oh, God.
What's this?
Opens his eyes. Oh, hey, here again. Them again?
There's no time to
How
wait.
long was she hanging on to that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Body.
He just threw it on. No time for recovery. Just slam it on there. It'll be fine.
That was going to be my next question. How did they resolve decapitation in this world?
Like that?
Quickly.
Quickly,
Well,
yeah.
Repeatedly. Oh, is that why she's got the weird bubble thing around her neck?
Probably not. I think that's just.
also
I think it's
maybe?
just how she looks.
Look, what's really important is that Red's got the robo head and he did not attempt to put a beanie on top of it.
Yeah.
Let's hope it stays that way. What in the MGM is this?
It's Bomb Rush.
No, I mean the... No.
Oh, you mean the big lion?
Figure, like, yes, like...
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a big lion. Don't worry about it.
Do you figure he has to, like, you know, refigure out his center of gravity while we're having an entirely different body now?
I mean, it's his original body, so one would think
Yeah, but
that... So one would think that his
like,
head
you
would
got
be...
used to the other one.
One would think that he would pick it up pretty quickly. He'd be like, oh yeah, I remember this.
Like riding a bicycle.
Yep.
Speaking of center of gravity, I was on the train to pick, and my coworker decided to switch seats between, you know, in the middle of the while the train was stopped at a station. But it had already started. It was about to start moving again. And she had nothing to hold on to. Kind of fell onto another person.
We usually try to avoid that.
Generally considered polite.
Well, the other person got off at the same stop that I did. I was like, I'm sorry, my friend fell on you. She's not as used to the train as some of us are.
The problem was that she was wearing her spiked sweater at the time.
The problem is she was carrying a bag with the company logo on it.
Kind of hard to escape that.
Ambassador of the brand.
Brand ambassador. Not worked the way I want it to, but
I have absolutely noticed that I behave differently in public when I'm wearing company logo. I'm not sure that I like it.
I mean, like, when you're there is something to be said for, like, suddenly finding yourself as a brand representative. And we all hate that.
Well, it's like if I'm on the train and I'm wearing a jacket that I got from work that has the logo on it, and I can't tell somebody they're being a douche for taking up 3 seats with a bicycle because I'm wearing the company logo.
I mean, like, I feel like you should just do it anyways. I feel like your company could become renowned for being unafraid to tell it like it is.
Not allowed.
Not this company. This is just put it that way. As safe as I think my job is right now. Very quickly.
It's not committing crimes while wearing the company logo. So.
Well, it's not a crime to tell somebody they're being an idiot. Just looked down on.
It's frowned upon. Oh, shit.
Yes.
Missed that jump.
Oh no!
It's fine.
Look, what's important is you made your graffiti and you died doing it.
There we go, just one left.
He died doing what he loved.
Vandalism, huh?
Falling to his death.
Well, that too. All of the above.
Oh, you were asking what in the MGM hell is going on? This is.
Oh no!
Oh, yes!
Dun, 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 dun.
Of course, I explicitly meant, like, the, casino in Vegas, but...
I love that, like, the guy who just got kidnapped is texting you and he's still, like, you know, the most self-unassured person ever. In case you were planning on rescuing me, I mean, no worries, but if you are... He's just a nervous guy in general. Ooh, wait. I have a new graffiti? Oh, sweet. Awesome. Alright, where was I? Yes. Rescue.
You still have new graffiti? Oh, no, it's just the arrow. No, I have a friend like that. Are you sure it's not too much of a worry? I can get an Uber, and I'm like, asshole, you're already in my car. I'm taking you home.
I I can get an Uber. Oh my god.
Seriously. Well, it was like an hour one way, which, you know, I just, at that
Oh
point,
my
I was
god,
like,
I didn't know you could like increase your wanted level while in the end game here. That's hysterical.
awkward.
I mean, there's already a giant robot looking for you. Well, kind of not looking for you.
It's more like he's just doing some Godzilla shit, or rather King Kong shit. Godzilla just smashes buildings, isn't climbing.
Are there any buildings bigger than Godzilla?
Typically not.
Is that a giant roller coaster?
Yes.
It is now.
Even if it wasn't supposed to be, we will be treating it as if it is one.
Yeah, usually with Fanboy and AV on, there's a lot more varied conversation and nobody's paying attention to the stream. So yeah, I'm actually paying attention.
I mean, if it helps, I am mentally playing music from Sonic Adventure 2.
That's specific.
I'm getting vibes.
Like, who's gonna sing in the background now?
But I didn't even realize I could. I thought you were like hard-coded to go to it there. Didn't know you could fail the first jump.
Yeah, I was about to say, you just kind of like scoot it off into the air and never come back down.
Oh,
I'm just imagining Bo here just being like, well, that was a gimme.
That one was a freebie.
I thought my mortal enemy had returned, but he just jumped off of a grate and died.
hey buddy, this was supposed to be a battle. Are you feeling okay?
Bro, I just got my head put back on my shoulders, like, give me a minute.
Sorry, still working on that blood flow problem.
Yeah.
Everything got cauterized.
It was like,
Case I
it was like nobody's gonna sing. Should I sing? But I'm trying to think of something, but I don't have.
Can't hold on much longer. I know it's a one-way trap. Could I hide another?
Oh wait, shit. Like I said, this game is extremely forgiving because this is the final boss, and like my chances of like dying or even taking damage are pretty insignificant.
I was gonna say you take damage, but it restores.
It restores so fast, and like unlike in say like a game where like restoring damage is sort of the point, like say Gears of War. In this game, it's very much just, nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously restoring just as you go.
Yeah.
Sit around and wait. I mean, yeah, I was just thinking a Sonic the Hedgehog song. It's kind of like a forgiving Sonic the Hedgehog final boss where it's just like, you need some more rings? Here's some rings.
Yeah, that was going to be my next statement. You don't have a limited number of lives or anything.
I mean, if I get a game over, I have to start over from the beginning, but like, it's not like a serious concern.
I mean, it is a game where literally you're graffitiing weak points, and that will eventually somehow stop this monster. This monster that was designed to stop the graffiti problem.
Well, I mean, they made the mistake of putting a guy who wants to be like the graffiti guy, but like also wants to like, you know, not ever get in trouble for it.
Right, he's made it very clear that he wants to be the only graffiti guy.
Yeah.
But they made a Godzilla monster that is
well, it's more like he became the like the cop computer, and in doing so, they just, you know, oh shit, it actually is getting a little low here. I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful. Oh, never mind. We're good now.
Yeah, now it comes back.
haven't we seen this in Portal?
Yeah, this kind of is Portal, isn't it?
But I'll
There
reiterate.
we go. One
I
more
mean,
to
was
go.
there a giant robot thingy in Jet Set
I mean, it
Radio?
was big enough.
It was respectably large.
I never made it to the end of Jet Set Radio. So.
It wasn't a giant robot. It was respectably sized, I would say.
Regular sized robot.
Like, honestly, this looks like the thing in the Matrix that changes the batteries.
Oh, those things, yeah, that's cool.
I was like, I was waiting for somebody to understand that reference.
So I was nodding.
Super helpful.
The batteries.
Yes.
The battery people.
Oh, I know your
mean-
secret.
Trying not to ruin a 25-year-old movie. I see dead people.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy to think that The Matrix and Titanic came out within, what, 3 years of each other? 2 years?
They same year, 1999.
Wasn't it the same year?
It was the same year? God damn it!
Wait, was it the same year? Was Titanic
What,
97?
1999?
Yeah, they were both 99.
Yeah.
Wow.
His entire
feels
thing,
like
his entire deal
No,
is he's a
Titanic
nepo
came out
baby,
in
and he felt
97.
bad about it.
Oh, I thought it was
Titanic came out in
99.
97, Matrix came out in 99.
That's even more
Okay, so not
awkward.
the same year.
Yeah, because, like I said, I remember Titanic as being one of my first dates. It definitely was not the same year as The Matrix. Because by the time The Matrix came out, I assure you I was cool.
Oh, everybody who was mad about Felix's hat, I'm sorry.
Oh no, Felix's hat returned. Somehow, Felix's hat returned.
Wait, where did the robot head
He
go?
broke it.
He headbutted it off.
Oh,
He headbutted
I was looking at IMDb.
he headbutted Foe so hard that
Oh,
That,
supreme irony of what happened.
yeah.
Right?
I wish I actually memorized cool songs instead of learning Hamilton and 21 Pilots.
Hey, you don't want to miss
To
your shot.
somebody.
Is this the ending? Did I
It
catch
is.
the-
Oh, welcome.
It is the ending. I just beat the final boss.
Rush is all city.
Prince Hordkin, they really need to put a screen around that fan. I said, I know, right? Where the hell is OSHA?
I mean, really, the people who should have the 5-star wanted rating are the people that are not putting up the guardrails.
Also, like, Felix's voice does not match his face at all.
It's a good thing I'm not
I
watching.
can't hear it,
No,
but
Yeah, no,
I don't
it's-
like his face.
I think his face looks fine. I think if his face fits his body. He looks like the sort of dude who would, like, forget to shave and, like, you know, kind of be just slumming it all the time.
He
Yeah,
looks
actually,
like
I
his
cover
voice
what
should
happened
be
with- Hey, go on.
Eminem. He looks like his voice should be Eminem trying to fake being Eminem.
So Eminem's latest album, you're saying?
Otis.
No, that's a compliment. I really
the
like.
entire album? I've
I
only heard
really
the
like
one
the death of
song.
Slim Shady. It's actually very fascinating.
I like that the old heads are hanging out. That's cool.
Yeah.
I've only heard the one song because somebody like sent it to me on YouTube the week it came out, and then I heard it on the
Guilty
radio, and I'm
Conscience
like,
too.
"Where are all the lyrics?"
Oh yeah,
They
because
blanked
everything
so
gets
much
bleeped.
of it out. Why is it on the radio at all?
The radio edits of Not Like Us is equally hilarious.
I
They
feel the same
censored
way
like
about some of the
half that
Doja
song.
Cat songs.
Like the word jabroni is not in it.
What?
Seriously. They took out A minor and replaced it with just like a loop of his voice saying, probably.
I'll have to link me to that one later on.
Will do.
No, one that I actually heard on the radio recently and kind of just had a meltdown in my own brain about was one of the Little John songs. Because they don't say the word bitches on the radio anymore.
That's pathetic.
So it's females instead, which is not better.
I would say that's
Honestly.
worse. I would say
Exactly.
that's like
females. That sounds alien.
yeah, that's like bitches is rapper talk. Females is incel talk.
Bring us your
Yeah.
females.
Where all these females crawl. I gotta see if I can find the radio edit online somewhere, but it's
Booty
terrible.
females.
You're welcome.
The only good thing about memorizing Hamilton is that I can perform Guns and Ships pretty well, and that one's a really fast song.
I'm having trouble calling it to mind. I will look it up shortly. Galp?
It's like I'm trying to learn one of David Diggs' other songs, not related to Hamilton at all. And it made me think of Guns and Chips, and I'm like, wow. That one's pretty good. Sound like a fucking nerd.
I mean, I could talk about Cyber Milk, condensed milk. Oh my god, like I just keep randomly catching one of these on here. I've been watching Suits, and this season they introduce a new character played by Dule Hill, and I can't take him as a serious character because I'm so used to seeing him on Psych.
That's hilarious.
There are a lot of shows I have that problem with. Well, actors specifically.
Well, my biggest problem was always that I saw the original run of Dexter before I saw 6 Feet Under, if any of you are familiar with that.
I've heard of it, I've never watched it.
Don't think I watched
No.
that one.
Where basically the character of Dexter is a straight up serial killer.
Yes, obviously.
And in 6 Feet Under, he basically plays the
main guy, you mean? Michael Hall?
Yeah,
Is that
Michael.
it?
Is it? I want to say Michael Hall, but that can't be right.
Why not?
It could be Michael C. Hall. Okay,
I'm more specific.
but yes, in 6 Feet Under, Michael C. Hall plays basically an adult middle child who's trying to like navigate his own sexuality and be comfortable with it and whatever. And it's like a weird kind of thing because he has sort of the same. He's sort of playing the character in a similar way of like, I sort of don't belong in this world. I don't interact with people correctly. But in 6 Feet Under, it's like a sincere person who is trying to find a way to fit in and finding people who he fits in with. And in Dexter, he isn't so much trying to solve the problem as hide the fact that he is murdering people every week. So it's like comes off as a slightly different thing.
Anyway, so that's the end of the game. But there's a shitload of endgame content, so I figured I'd do a little bit of it before I ended the stream.
Yeah, I appreciate that the credits had all of the different language credit.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Translations and things like that. So, when they're talking, because I know it's coming up as captions, are they actually? Because I haven't had it
There's
sound on
virtually
at all.
no voice acting
No
in this
voice
game.
acting.
They have
Okay.
they have what I would call barks. They have like maybe like 3 or 4 like single words.
Hey!
I thought it was gonna be like what is it? Some of them would have like the Super Nintendo Star Fox noises.
Not quite that level, but awful close. The game I'm reminded of is another Dreamcast game, Skies of Arcadia, where Vice and like crew did have voice actors, but not for like dialogue. It was just like for what they yelled during their special moves, and occasionally they would react with single words on top of whatever words were on screen. It'd always just be stuff like, yeah.
Did Skies of Arcadia ever get is it on a modern console?
It is
right
not.
now?
I have been screaming for that for 10 years now.
Yeah, the most modern it got was GameCube, right?
Yeah, GameCube.
Which theoretically you could carry the GameCube forward to the Wii. So the best you could do would be the Wii. Which is not to say that is easily emulated, but just throw that one out there.
Well, my next question was going to be, do they sound like the teachers in Charlie Brown?
I mean, it would be hilarious if every character had full voice acting, except for when Red was in his red helmet and just you couldn't understand a damn word he was saying.
His voice in the red helmet is super vocoded, which is a great touch. I love that.
What does that mean?
Oh, just like roboted to all hell.
We are talking like this now.
More like just like a ridiculous amount of
Pixelated
reverb.
sound.
Yeah, pixelated sound, like a ton of reverb and just general distortion. Which, you know,
I just want him to be completely misunderstandable by like humanity at large, but you know everybody in the team understands.
Yeah. The same goes for the old head, for the Cyberhead old head. He like the other two sound like humans, and he sounds like a robot.
Yeah,
It's a nice touch. This game has just so many fucking nice touches.
Does the Cyberhead old head ever say like, "Hey, I see you got your head back. I didn't know we could do that."
I'm not sure where you can find them in the post game. I know that you can recruit them, but to do so, you have to hit up every single graffiti spot in the game.
Well, that's easy.
Anyway, the one good cop is now being shot by all the other cops, which is why there's no such thing as a good cop.
Just a few bad apples shoot the bunch.
Yep.
That's where there's post-game content.
So she's basically asking me, hey, so I know I was like, please don't attack cops earlier, but can you attack these cops for me?
Yeah, they seem to be trying to kill me now.
Yeah.
Not listening.
Yeah, they weren't a problem when they were trying to kill you, but...
Oh no, they were a problem then. She's the idealized TV show cop, in that she actually disagrees with corruption.
What game? What were we talking about?
Bomb Rush.
Oh yeah. Oh, you already beat it?
Yep.
And you're doing the post. Alright, cool. Yeah. Yeah, I unlocked this character, but I only played her once because I found her annoying. Like, just her lines were kind of annoying. This is me. Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, this is probably not going to hit with anyone, but Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is like Puyo Puyo, where if you pick a character, you're going to have to learn to love their lines if you want to stick with them.
Well, that's why I always just play Sonic.
Yeah. You haven't even modded the... Oh, and Puyo Puyo.
Beat or Callie, were you guys actually playing Pokemon Puzzle League this weekend?
Yes.
I mean, just versus.
Oh, just versus.
Yeah, no one was trying to go through the story or whatever. But yeah, Fanboy kicked both of our asses.
Yeah, just absolutely trounced us. Fucking embarrassing.
How does it, like, of all the video games that exist, Pokemon Puzzle League somehow rises to the top of, like, you know,
Because it's
we have
Pokemon Puzzle
limited
League.
time on this earth.
It's flawless.
Yeah, I gotta ask, what the heck are you... Oh, you're trying to take out the gunship. Okay. I was wondering, like, why not just go for the mech or whatever? Like...
You gotta do both, I'm sure.
Yeah, I know, but it's like the mech had like their cockpit is open. You can just jump up there and get them.
Can we get there?
It's a difficult jump, man.
Did you try not holding right trigger?
No.
Oh my god, and Randall is just standing there. That's funny.
Backpack is broken.
Backpack. So yeah, we were in the city for the last 2 days, and my friend every day at lunch, both days at lunch, she's sitting there playing Pokemon. So I meant to tell you about that, Goggle Bob.
Pokemon Go, I presume you mean? Because there are multiple Pokemon games you can be playing on your mobile devices.
Pokemon Go, yes, specifically.
Never mind that particularly a coworker could be playing Pokemon sleeping.
Oh, you can get up there! Alright, I forgot about the delay.
I was playing Ingress, so it worked out for both of us.
Yeah, I don't know how you can judge Pokemon Go when you play Ingress.
I mean, I don't.
There we go. Got him.
I mean, I play both, let's be honest. I don't
I gotta
play
clean
one
out the bullshit cops too. Alright, I'll do it.
more than the other.
Yeah.
That's the first.
Did you already unlock DJ Cyber yet?
No, I just beat the game like a minute ago.
Okay.
Then how'd you know to go here? Or did you look up a guide?
I just
Or
knew.
you were-
Pete has played the game before.
Alright, yeah.
I mean, this came out was it last winter or the winter before?
Last winter. I think actually last summer now that I think about it. It's like August or something. Yes, you may join us. Because the only good cop is a cop that quit.
A cop that quit and also isn't a fascist.
Yep.
Okay, it was yeah, it did come out in August, and then the physical version, which is when I picked it up, was apologies. In my brain,
Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is so cool. I wish graffiti and skateboards were real.
I have good news and bad news.
No fucking
bad news is that the police have gotten giant murder mechs.
Wait, that's the
good
bad news?
I have good
And
news
they
and good
don't.
news.
They don't like.
Oh, no, they do. They're
skateboard
loaned from like the military, like decommissioned military vehicles. Police have that now.
Yeah.
I mean, who among us has not committed an infraction?
Among Us?
That's been chained.
Among Us.
Goggle Bob sus?
No.
Yeah,
Get
well,
out. I have fucking standards, damn it. They are extremely low.
But that was the one reference I understood lately. I'll be fair. The bar is on the floor in my case, but you know.
I just think Among Us jokes are funny.
They are. But, you know, you should still feel
They can
ashamed
be.
of it.
Damn.
I view Among Us jokes in the same way as like dad jokes at this point. Like,
Yeah, they're fairly harmless.
yeah.
They're terrible, but they're fairly
so
harmless.
everybody gets ejected out into space.
Well, yeah, but that's game-wise, not socially.
It's like how if someone says like League of Legends, you have to just respond with death.
One of the last times I was playing Among Us, it was my friend's 6 or 7-year-old at the time, twins. And one was playing on the TV and the other one was playing on, I guess the one on the TV was on the Switch and the other one was on like a phone or something. And, I was trying not to be a jerk by watching what they were doing on the TV. In the same room.
I thought you were
I'm
going
like-
to say that they were using secret twin telepathy to game.
Well, because at one point they were, because one of them was the imposter, and the other one was protecting them. But they weren't letting me in on that. And I was like, that's rude. I mean, I wasn't any good at it, so it's not like I could really thrash them. It was
just rude.
Prince Hordkin, I made some Among Us out of scrap paper and put them on my work desk.
Wow.
Also, my dad has a 3D printer, so I had him make a crewmate for the twins. And
It's wild. Oh, sorry.
Something went terribly, terribly wrong during the printing process, but I gave it to the kids anyway, and they added clay to it. And I gotta find a picture of it, but it was fantastic.
It's wild that your dad has a 3D printer and then you are like really into knitting, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Make real maker kind of family, you know. It runs in the blood, etc. That's neat.
Well, I was thinking of it the other day more in my brother's an auto mechanic, and he got there by deconstructing his bicycle and every vehicle he's ever owned. So that it absolutely is a family thing at that point.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. He put them back together, right?
Well, he totaled his Jeep Wrangler twice, so yes.
Cool.
He may not have put them back together.
Most careful Jeep Wrangler owner.
What was that bit?
I said most careful Jeep Wrangler owner.
What, did he only total it twice?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that the game just lets you play as Red if you like him more than Felix in the end game. Like, yeah, he's extremely doesn't exist anymore, but yeah, he's still part of the crew. Whatever, it's cool. But who cares?
I mean, it's one of those weird things where you get used to your main character looking a certain way, and then, like, I'm never a fan of games that completely modify them for the end game, and then it's just kind of like, oh, this is something different.
I mean, I see it in the sense of like this has like that Lego Star Wars thing of you could just play as anyone, nobody cares. It's neat.
Yeah, it's the end game. Who cares?
Play as your OC even. Like Lego Star Wars lets you do that, and this game lets you do that too on PC with a little bit of elbow grease.
Oh yeah, there's a huge mod scene for this game. It rules.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're back.
Thank you.
Where did you go?
I mean, I didn't go anywhere. It was just all of a sudden, mid-word, I lost the audio, and I'm like, crap, is it me or is it you guys?
Yeah, on our end, it technically showed that you had logged off.
Yeah, it eventually did that. Prince Hordkin, they're nice decorations. Prince Hordkin, are they different colors, or are they all the same color, or yes? And so how do you make them out of paper? Because now I got curiosity.
Who are you talking to yourself or?
No,
someone in the chat.
in the chat on the stream.
Okay. Oh, that's what. Oh, yellow, blue, light green.
Trying to remember where the .exe member is, because they're my favorite.
I think they're by I think they're on the first floor. Or on ground level. And they're usually dancing. They got they're wearing they're wearing a black tracksuit and they're like cue ball.
Also, I'm just curious because I wasn't paying particular attention. But does this cop previously establish that they had rad skateboarding skills, or you come up after they joined?
Everybody in this world has incredible skateboarding skills.
Yeah, I wonder if like during development they entertained the idea of like different stats per character, because you can almost kind of see like Trice being the heaviest, Bell being the lightest, and Red being kind of in between.
Oh, there he is.
And, you know, but obviously they decided to scrap that so people could play as who they want with whatever they wanted.
Yeah, I'm sure it was considered.
Yeah, like at least in the aspects of the design. All right, will you be able to do this in one go? Let's find
Probably
out.
not. I'm not great at video games.
I think once I figured out how to, I think once I looked up like a guide for one of them, I was able to just get this one actually relatively easily. I think DJ Cyber, by the way, is like has like the lowest score requirement of like only 1 million.
Well, this one's 4 million, which is a big number.
Yeah. But if this was too hard, you
Get
could
that
always
multiplier
try
up.
DJ Cyber first.
I don't even know where DJ Cyber is, so...
Do you want to know?
Sure, hit me.
Millennium Square, top of the big... Not the big tower there. I was thinking of the Tower Brig Terminal, I'm like, no, not that one, but he's on the one in, Mill Square. So like, oh, I don't want to do this solo anymore. You know, if you don't do any new graffiti, you know you could just still do graffiti and then get more points that way, right? Like,
Where?
in addition. Anywhere.
No, I said I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
What was that message that popped up for like
Oh, I grabbed the
half a
t-shirt.
millisecond? Okay.
Yeah! We're at 1 million. I'm aware there's like a, I was thinking like origami. Oh,
Freaking said they had leftover colored paper in the office. He just drew the spacemen on paper and cut them out. And I was picturing 3D, like, origami style little crewmates, that's all.
yeah.
Because my brain doesn't do anything simply.
Understandable.
You chuckle because this is like the third time I've needed to explain myself tonight.
I'm on the come down of 5 hands. I'm gonna forget shit, like, you know, when I'm in these streams, it's like, it goes in 1 year, and then it doesn't even come, it's like, ugh. Yeah, I'm a fool.
Oh, wow, I actually did it.
I was gonna say you're very close, at least with the delay.
Yeah, score is like very, way scoring is in these is very
There-
logarithmic.
Yay!
Hell
got your
yeah,
favorite
it's
eight
on
ball.
EXE.
I wish the guy who voiced him wasn't like, you know, a fucking asshole.
I have no idea who voiced him.
Carlos, I think his name is like Carlos Ramirez or something, but he's the guy who created the troll face and he also voiced Candyman in Lethal League. But, the fact is he has, I'm trying to think. He has like, how do I put this? Leanings that leave me kind of concerned. Like, he's not the kind of guy to use Pepe, because, I mean, he has his own thing, but... Like, he's a 4chaner. That's what I'll say, he's a 4chaner.
There he is.
Look up.
I don't need to know, it's fine.
It says roll and his head is a ball. It all makes sense.
Oh yeah, they were all, familiar for heads. But you apparently have the cue ball.
I was about to say you got the cue ball, right?
Oh, that's the other cool thing about, like, recruiting other gang members. They're just palette swaps with each other. So I can just swap them out. So right now we're cue ball.
You have to go into a bath.
Well, you know, if you're gonna change
Yeah.
your clothes.
And I think the other ones
They were all
that
porta potties.
there's
I
actually a
it.
mod that replaces them with the ones from the campaign, so you can get the 8-ball that was assassinated and some of the other ones too.
Look down like what? My one. Goggle Bob, that's not the picture I was looking for, but it's the one I found. You're welcome.
It's a cake. I don't think I've ever been a big fan of the no track.
Yeah, maybe I'm a Yeah, maybe I'm a
I feel it is the enemy of the t-shirt and jeans that is my life.
Are you saying the tracksuit is the anti-goggle bob?
I mean, at the very least, it is anti-goggle bob fashion. Like, the implication that at some point I would willingly go to a track of some kind is, like, definitely. So a suit that implies such is just a living a lie. Who's that guy?
That's cool.
Do it. All right. Well, long way to fall. There goes my reverse a tower climb.
Gravity just wasn't with it.
Gravity, my hated enemy.
Gravity assisted tower climb.
Enemy of all writers.
Oh, now that I've recruited a .exe member, all of their graffitis are in my library, I guess, which means I can like paint over one of like their tags with their tag again, and I like that. That's the sort of dumb video gamey shit I enjoy.
This territory belongs to this territory.
I put the 3D printed crewmate images in the general. Wow.
Yeah, I think the guy who voices the .exe members deleted their Twitter account, but I'm looking at literally what people were replying to them with, and it's like, dog whistles everywhere. Like, actually.
I don't need to know.
Okay.
So I can confirm that we're now at a point where deleting your Twitter account is probably not a bad move.
Yeah, they have like 12 of those.
You have 12 Twitter accounts?
I actually haven't counted. Let me see.
Are you my entire follower count?
Yeah, I just don't like dog whistles. I don't even like, even though I have a super computer, I don't like even hearing that motherfucker.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Where do you buy? Why?
I mean, I'm assuming at least one is like a dedicated art account.
Yeah, like I know one is Daily Power Up, and one is I think kind of
Just
your
Burger
main.
Beef?
Yeah, that one. That one I was gonna say. Also, I sometimes forget to RT your Daily Power Up ones, but I enjoy all of them. They're all very good.
Oh.
Yay!
Oh, there you go!
Yeah, so there's 9 that I'm currently logged into, and then
That is amazing.
I have so many questions.
That is
there's
an
at
incredible
least-
amount of effort
There's
for
at
posting.
there's at least 3 other ones that I'm not logged into.
Now, do you update each of them at least once a day, like watering a plant?
No.
Okay. Do
You
they have like
post on all of them regularly.
There's one that I made solely to like hog this one like username.
Noble and true.
So again,
Do they have different
this-
feeds that, like, you know, oh, I feel like looking at this kind of stuff right now?
I was gonna say this is not a reference that Chromes may understand here, but
You're gonna say the words live journal, aren't you?
I was gonna say AIM.
Did
Actually.
it!
Oh.
Yep.
Because I know what a live journal is.
No, well, okay, yes, people had multiple live journals. That's not what I'm. That is not up for debate here. But my point is having multiple that you may or may not use very regularly, as far as what people did with their AOL screen names. Usually in an effort to talk to their crush without their crush knowing who it was.
Ah, catfishing.
Well,
Not gonna lie, might have done that, but I was like 14.
right. Well, but that's my point. Like, we didn't have a term for it at the time, but it was absolutely something that a lot of people did. I have friends who had like upwards of 9 or 10 different screen names.
I thought we called those burner accounts. I know Reddit calls them like throwaways. I call them burner accounts.
Well, yes, on Reddit they're throwaways, but I don't think Reddit existed in the time frame that I'm talking about here.
We're talking. Reddit was around since like
Honestly, have to look it up.
2005, or is this even earlier than that?
Yeah, fun fact, AIM we're talking about, like, technically going back to, like, 1994 if you want to go at AOL.
Let me double check that on AOL Instant Messenger when that actually started, because I think that was 97 or 99.
Yeah,
Reddit
but the
was
screen
founded-
names that you could use on AIM were part of AOL, so if you
I can
want-
probably
will be
list
20 years old next
what
year.
all of these accounts are used for.
Yeah, if you were already accruing screen names when AIM launched, you could have been using AIM. Because I can speak from perfect recall of this, but when you got AOL, if you were paying for AOL, you could have 5 whole screen names. And if there were only 2 of you in a household, that meant you set one up for your mom, and then you set up 4 for yourself.
So Reddit is almost 20 years old. We'll start there.
Wow.
Almost.
Not founded until 2005. And I say not until because of previous conversation.
Wow, so the
AOL
majority of my college was Reddit didn't exist.
Right. So AIM initially released in 1997. So the same year as Titanic.
Yeah, we're back on that again.
Wait,
Yeah, dude,
what
that's
is the
completely
Titanic
accurate
thing about?
because-
Did I miss something?
We were talking about Titanic at the beginning of the stream, and Titanic was literally like sort of my first date. And yeah, we talked on Abe all the time, so it's perfect sense that was the same year.
Okay.
I'll
So-
re-explain how that came up after the stream. But
Don't
yeah,
worry, your heart will go on, Kyle's bro.
I can probably list off what all of these alt accounts I made were made for.
I'm glad you remember.
I just want to finish this train of thought real quick. Apparently, in 2015, AOL was acquired by Verizon.
Yep. And then they also bought Yahoo, I think, a couple years later, or they already owned Yahoo by this point.
From what I'm reading, it sounds like they already owned it. I haven't read it too in depth here. Ooh, extra trivia moment here. But so Verizon combined AOL and Yahoo
Oh, think.
and discontinued AIM in 2017.
Yep.
Trivia.
Recipes.
ICQ.
I
What
know
happened
about
to-
that. Yes.
What happened to ICQ?
Are you asking me?
Well, you're the one that answered, so yes.
You know, I haven't kept up with ICQ. Let me find out.
So apparently AOL acquired it in 1998.
Oh, they were
was
shutting
Pretty much
down
the
just a
first
couple weeks
file
ago.
transfer, if anyone's curious.
Initially released in 1996 and shut down a month and a half ago.
I was about to say this year.
Or a little more than a month ago, yeah. So that was
if memory serves, the
Sorry.
entire reason AIM wanted ICQ was because they basically figured out file transfers, which I think, if memory serves, when file transfers first became a thing in AIM, a friend of mine, I think the statute of limitations is finished on this, attempted to send me the entirety of the Disney movie Tarzan via file transfer, modem to modem on AIM.
That's
so that
beautiful.
would have
I'm so
anyway.
glad that Jay tried that.
It was glorious in its horribleness, and I think I still have 58% of Disney's Tarzan saved somewhere in memoriam of that event.
Alright, Chrome's back to your point.
okay.
Your alt accounts for various reasons.
Okay, so there's my main account, and there's my art archive, and then there's my comic account, and then there's my NSFW account, and then there's my private account, and then there's my Thor account, and then there's Daily Power Up.
Why?
What?
What is the purpose of a private Twitter account?
To be sad.
It's like for yeah, basically.
Charles, I thank you for your honesty and the purposes.
Because, Cassandra, some of
respect
us
your-
want to have a diary that
your
only
forthrightness.
certain people could read, but only, like...
So in my day, we called that live journal.
Yeah, but, like, you don't want to be available to the public, you know?
In my day, they called that live journal, and you had specific friends list that each post was visible to.
That's great. I don't know why Twitter wasn't like that.
I
You
cannot.
can also do the same thing with Facebook, but I digress.
Something online that no generation will ever understand is being in a college dorm and, like, for whatever reason, having to grab, like, a friend's computer, like, oh, I just need to check an email for this class or whatever, can I just log on to your thing? And they're like, sure, just hop right on. And you are on their computer for 5 seconds, and you're able to immediately identify that they're seeing a portion of one of your friend's live journals that you don't have access to. So you then immediately know that your friend who you thought was giving you full access to their live journal was not. Just the level of betrayal there.
So, like, I have in the past said that, like, the youth of the day have bold new ways of destroying their lives that we didn't have. I no longer believe that. We were very good at that. We were
all
always
the
very
same,
good at
just
that shit. There's no point on the timeline where we weren't able to do that.
Also, my other favorite thing on LiveJournal that I haven't seen repeated on anything else was you could log interests. And if you had an interest that literally nobody else had listed as an interest, it wouldn't even be a link. It would just be plain text. So you could go onto your friend's interest and identify an interest that they had that nobody else had. So that way then you and your friend could be the only two people on LiveJournal with the same interest.
Hey!
You had that kind of time?
What was that?
So you had that kind of time?
Oh, God, I was in college. Of course I did.
Alright, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Chrome. Continue. Thank you for
Okay, so after Daily Power Up, there's the URL. I'm just saving. It's just at Chrome that. And then there's the one that that has the name that I want to change my name legally to, which I'm not. I'm not going to disclose.
I don't know how you were
No,
able
yeah,
to
no,
register
I'm not-
Dr.
Yeah, we're not gonna make you
I wasn't
divulge that.
expecting you.
We
I
aren't
wasn't
that kind of
expecting you to
asshole.
tell us any of them on the stream anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to understand what I have one Twitter account. I'm trying to understand why a person would have more than one because I don't use Twitter very much anyway.
Sometimes you don't want people see. Sometimes you want to retweet, follow, and retweet certain artists, but you don't want other people on your main who you may know in real life to know that.
No, I absolutely understand the purpose of alt accounts. I'm not arguing that, but
Like,
that's
these
a
are
lot of
just
alt
the ones.
accounts. Is my point.
These are just the ones I'm
it-
logged into right now.
It's a business. It's a business. It's a brand. Chrome's has a brand. Actually, like 3 or 4 brands.
That's fair. That's very fair.
The ones that I'm
appreciate it.
not logged into, let me think. 2 of them are for my original characters. One of them was my Power Up Themes alt account that the actual Power Up Comics account follows me on, but I lost access to that account. And I'm so upset. I just need to get my phone fixed and get my email, and then I can use that email to reset my password, and then I'll have it again.
I had my
Like,
card
1, 2,
handle. I had
3.
it saved for a while because it was my Gmail. I used to go under a different name online, and I squatted on the Twitter URL for like that's currently like my handle for like several years, and then when I wanted to change it, at a point I'm like, come on, where's the what fucking email did I attach this to? Okay, what's the password of that email? And eventually I was able to get it. Oh my god.
That's 3. I have like 2 more that I'm not logged into. I'm trying to think. Okay, one of them was just
By the
for-
way, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get into Power Up and Unwinder?
It was late 2021. I remember that because I made a post that was unrelated to Power Up at all. It was my original characters, but I just put at the end. I just used to like to put like funny pictures at the end, and it was like a picture of Gaming Dawn. So I know that I have known about it since late 2021, but I don't actually remember how I got into it.
You know, I know I figured out about it. It was through TV Tropes initially. I forget how I found out about it through there, but I do know that it's where I found like the TV Tropes parody that Unwinder did, and one thing led to another. I guess I don't know.
Like I do remember how I found Unwinders Called Comics. Like I wasn't aware that Power Up was, it was a bit.
It's like it's a Teen Girl Squad to Unwinder's Star Runner.
And then I saw one of Unwinder's tweets like on my page, just like he was talking about like how he like he's like sometimes I make Power Up like power pages in public, and he's like I wonder what people think when they see me working on those. And I'm like, oh cool, another Power Up fan. And then I looked and it's like the Power Up guy. So I was like, oh my god. One thing led to another, and now I've helped him on his website.
Oh yeah.
And I draw Power Up every single day. And I might actually make some art and stuff for him. Like,
Cool.
collaborate.
You don't need to worry about ending that sentence.
I just really like Power Up comics.
It's good. I don't even keep. It's like to me, it's like Jujutsu Kaisen after a point where it's like, yeah, okay, cool thing happened, neat. Best girl is still in a coma. I don't care though.
could probably use this
Oh,
home
I've
set
definitely,
page
I've
for something.
definitely already lost this one.
I was about to say, you lost that combo,
no.
Yep, drop that
If you hit
combo hard.
quit, if you just quit to main menu and then go back in, it'll reset the thing.
What, just quit? Just here?
Yeah, then just go back in the game and it'll start you back at where the challenge started.
Alright. Yeah, I don't think I've ever done this one successfully, so see how well I do.
Futurism I had to do
Looking
a lot. See, yeah, it starts you back at the start, but you also start with no meters, so yeah.
I really like seeing the flesh prints in motion here too.
Oh yeah, I love how he's like a full head and a half shorter than every other member of the
Wait,
crew.
you could play as, is he one of the alts for the Franks?
No, he's just a character.
Wait, how do you get him then?
Oh, he's just in Matan at like the Frank's alternate hideout, and if you just go up
shit!
to him, all
I
you gotta do is
gotta, I gotta fucking start up.
all you gotta do
Alright,
is like, all you gotta do is, damn it, fucked it up again. All right, we'll try
You're
this
gonna
one more
get the
time.
basketball achievement.
Objective
All right.
hangout.
Shit, I did not know that. I thought I got everything. I still have the game installed. Right? Yes, I do.
Me and my 20 old accounts.
Yeah, I do have to say personally, it's just me and my not safe for work account. Yeah.
That's how it usually goes for me, but I have two more. Like, I used to have events I used a lot, but I've been in better moods lately, so I haven't been using it as much. And another is, like, a fake account for the game I'm working on when, like, one of the characters signs you up for it, for the site, but I wanted to be, like, in character. I'm just squatting on that URL.
Bold of you to assume that Twitter will still be functioning by the time your game comes out.
I mean, I'm just trying to claim what URLs I can, you know.
I gotta get my phone fixed.
You gotta.
This is like, that's the only reason I want like my phone fixed, because like they got locked out of my email and subsequently that like Twitter account. And I'm like, man.
What happened to your poor phone?
I dropped it flat on its face. Like
Done
I was
that.
trying to hold a bunch of stuff. Okay, for reference, I was at school, but it was like those last few weeks where they don't let you bring a backpack anymore.
That's news to me. I
I was
don't
gonna say,
remember
what?
that.
They just don't let you bring a backpack anymore. They're like, oh well sometimes you have to bring stuff, but they're
Like,
like,
are they
"You
afraid
can't-"
you're gonna like steal like the desks or something?
It's not that. They're worried about there being guns. I'll just say it.
Yeah,
Alright.
but backpacks are allowed otherwise.
Because
Like, what-
this would be the point after where finals have happened.
Yeah.
So you don't need the textbook anymore.
But I was still carrying a lot of stuff. Like I had to carry my Chromebook, my portfolio, like everything else was just in like I was able to bring a smaller bag, but it wasn't like it was like about the size of just like a purse. But otherwise, we were just not allowed to bring backpacks. And so I was trying to hold everything, and I had like finished one of my classes. It was like my English class, and they gave me like a couple cups. And I was trying to hold those, and I was trying to hold like my portfolio, my backpack, my Chromebook, my journal, like the cups, everything, and my phone. And so it like slipped from my hands. And it landed like flat on its face, and I'm like, oh my god! So I picked it up, I turned it on, and then like the screen like flickered, and then it just went out.
That did not work out for me. Alright, well, we're probably not going to get that one tonight. It's fine, though.
Yeah, 5 million's the highest we've seen as a goal.
5 million's a pretty high one, yeah. It's not easy.
And,